Hey, I'm Josh. Today I'm gonna do some retail arbitrage. That's what this channel's about. I show you how I go into a store and find products that I can buy and then resell them on Amazon to make a profit. So what store am I going to today? I just pulled up at the mall. As you can probably see it maybe behind me. I'm going into a store called Macy's. It's a department store. It's usually attached to a mall. I think that's one of the oldest retail stores that there is. You already know what a Macy's is. They have a bunch of clothes. Mostly it's about 80% clothes in there. So I want to go inside and see if I can find anything that I can flip on Amazon. So let's go check it out. Would you check out the sky behind me? It looks awesome. This is a good day. It's gonna be a good trip inside, I hope. One thing to keep in mind as I'm walking up here to the store is that there's no shopping carts in the mall, so if I find a lot of stuff, it's gonna be a little bit tricky to get it up to the register, but that's the least of your worries, really. So, but just something to keep in mind. So let's get inside this Macy's. We're heading in a side door right here, and it looks like we're coming in on the women's clothing section. They have an entire floor just dedicated to women's clothes in this place. And it looks like there's a 40% sale going off on this rack right here. That's probably not gonna cut it for retail arbitrage, but let's take a look and see what's on here. Okay, so there's a Nike shirt. We can resell that. There's a Columbia Tag Champion. We can resell that brand. Okay, so I didn't find anything profitable on that rack, which wasn't a huge surprise. So let's get back on the path here and follow the yellow brick road and see if we can find the clearance section. And one thing that's crazy about Macy's is that everywhere you turn, everything kind of looks the same, and the lights are super bright, and there's mirrors everywhere. I think they do that on purpose to try and make you get lost inside the store, so you end up having to see the entire store until you just give up because you can't find the exit, and you end up living inside the Macy's. And there's anorexic mannequins everywhere in here. Mannequins kind of freak me out. Hopefully I don't get kicked out of the store. Yeah, for being an idiot. Okay, so I found the clearance section. They call it last act. I don't know, does that make it sound fancier than calling it clearance for some reason? And there's another 40% off sale on that rack. So let's take a look at some of these tags here. Okay, so that one says 79% off. And that tag says 86% off. Okay, so we're in the right place right here. And everything on this rack, it looks like it's $9.99. So that looks pretty promising. Okay, so the first thing I'm looking at here is this Columbia t-shirt. I usually don't mess with t-shirts too much, unless you can get them dirt cheap. This one says hiker camper, always outside. So let's give it a scan with the Amazon seller app. Okay, and this was on the rack where everything was $9.99. And the tag down here says $9.93, even better. Must be my lucky day. Okay, so here's the product on Amazon. The buy box is $52.01. That seems ridiculous. And the sales rank is 224,000, which is a bit high for outdoors, but it's not insane. So let's hit that button and take a look and see who else is selling this. And it does have 16 reviews, so that's not nothing. Okay, so there's two people on here that are merchant fulfilling this. One's 5201 and one is 5893. So I like what I'm seeing here so far. So now I'm going to open up an app called Profit Bandit, which will give me a better, more in-depth look at what's going on here. Okay, so there's the shirt, and here's the main page, and yep, there's the sales rank at 223,000. But what I'm more concerned with is the sales history ranks chart here, which is this chart, which will show us if this is actually selling. That's the most important question. So you can see by these spikes and jumps, every time it sells, it jumps down, and then it creeps back up, and then it sells and it jumps back down. So this product does have sales to it, and it's selling pretty consistently anyway. And there's the other two people selling it. We already saw those on the Amazon seller app. And here's the Keepa chart, which will tell us what it's been selling for the past 3 months. It's all over the place. It was at $90. Who the is buying it for $90? Then it was down to $50. This must be a fairly popular shirt if people are willing to pay, you know, 40, 50 bucks for this thing. So let's see what we could make on this. So the buy price, we're going to type in $10 to make it easier. That's the nice feature about this app here, is this part. So if we bought this for 10, there's a lot of glare on the thing, but I can't get it off because the lights are insane. So if we bought this for 10 bucks, we'd make almost $28 on this. So that's a pretty good pickup, because even if the price tanks down to say like $30, you know, we're still gonna make 10 bucks on this thing. So, and the cool thing is they had, let's see, I didn't count them all. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I see 10 on that rack. So that's a pretty good pickup. That's an easy, like $100 to $300 profit on those. Okay, so right next to that Columbia t-shirt, there was another one. It's got a nice flower print on it. So let's give this a scan with the Amazon seller app. Okay, so this one is basically the same deal as the other one, where the buy box is $52.01, and the sales rank is real similar at 224,000. So it would sell. And let's take a look at the other. Are these the same people that were on the other listing? I think it is the same people, which is fine with me. So let's open up Profit Bandit and give it a scan so I can take a better look at this product, see what's going on with it. Come on, scan, go, work. Okay, there we go. Okay, so there's the shirt, and the sales rank is 224,000. And again, this shirt does sell. It's not moving real quick, but it is selling. And there's the other two sellers. I think that's the same people that were on the other listing. They probably grabbed these at Macy's, no less. And there's the Keep It chart, which tells us what it's been selling for the past 3 months. And Amazon is nowhere to be found on this listing, which is good, which is why the price is up at 50 and then 70 and then back down to, you know, 45 or 50 here. So it's the same deal here. They're on the $9.99 rack, so we'd make about $28 on these. And you could hit that green button and it will break down all the fees and estimate where the money's actually going to be going to. So we're going to pick those up. And it was the same deal where they had like, I think they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They had 6 of them, it looks like there. So that's another, I don't know, at least $100 or so profit on those. And right next to that Columbia shirt, there's an even more hideous Columbia shirt that was on the $9.99 rack. So I gave it a scan, and it's the same deal. It's listed at $52.01, which is an oddly specific price to be listing these shirts at. And we could make $28 on it. And they had 2 of those. I did not think I was going to be buying a bunch of t-shirts today, but profit is profit. Okay, so I found this Columbia hooded sweatshirt. It's kind of like a dry fit material. And it's 73% off, and it's $24.93. It wasn't on the $9.99 rack, but let's give it a scan with the Amazon seller app. Okay, so the buy box is $66.73. That's the current buy it now price, and the sales rank is nice and low, or it's lower at 68,000. So let's click this button and let's see who else is selling it. Okay, it's got 54 reviews. That's not too bad. And Amazon's on the listing, that kind of stinks. But let's open up Profit Bandit and give it a scan so I can get some more info on this product. Okay, so yep, there's the sales rank, 83,000. Amazon is on the listing, you can see there. And this does sell, you can tell by the spikes and jumps. It's selling pretty quickly here. Let's take a look at the Keep It chart so we can see what this has been selling for the past 3 months. Okay, so it looks like it's at 45 there for a while, and then it jumps up to 95, and then it jumps back down to where it is right now at 66. Let's see if we got this for $25. So we could make about $26 on these. What I want to do now is open up Keepa and give it a scan so I can take a further look back and see what this was selling for and get even more info on it. Okay, here's what I do like is that Amazon isn't on the listing all the time. You can see the yellow blocks there. That's when Amazon is on the listing. And then the white spaces, nobody's on the listing there. So I think I'm going to pick these up because we could make $26, or really, when Amazon's not on the listing, we could jack the price up to like 90 to 100 and make like 50 bucks on these. Okay, so I'm looking at this Columbia raincoat here. It's pretty nice. The MSRP tag says $75. And it's 73% off at $19.93. So let's give it a scan with the Amazon seller app. Okay, it looks like there's nobody on this listing right now, and the sales rank is nice and low at 406. The lower, the better. I like what I'm seeing here so far. So let's give it a scan with Profit Bandit so I can take a better look and get some more information about what's been going on with this jacket. Okay, there's the jacket. There's the sales rank nice and low at 406. Let's go back to the main page here. Okay, so you can see this does sell. It's selling pretty quickly based on the sales history rank chart. And there's nobody on the listing, you can see. And let's take a look at the Keep It chart here and see who was on this listing. So Amazon was the only other person on this listing, and they've been off the listing for about 2 months now. September was the last time they've been on it. So what I want to do now is open up the Keep It app and give it a scan and take an even further look back. Okay, so Amazon, okay, we're going back a whole year here. So Amazon is on the listing intermittently, and they've been off for a while. And it looks like they've been selling it for about $40 fairly consistently. So if they did jump back on this listing, that might not be good. Let's see, what are we getting this for? We'll just punch in $20 as our buy cost. And since nobody's on this listing, we can jack the price up to like $75 right now. So what if we sold it for $75? We'd make about $31 on it. But let's say Amazon jumps back on the listing and we have to sell it for just under $40. Okay, so we'd about break even or make $1 there. So this is kind of gutsy. They do have a couple of these. They've got 2 there, and then they've got 2 more on the rack here. So I'm probably going to pick up a couple of these, maybe 2 or 3, and go for those. Okay, I'm heading downstairs to the men's floor, and I got to take the escalator. There's 2 kinds of people in the world. There's people that just stand on the escalator and wait to get to the bottom, and there's people that walk on the escalator to get down there quicker. And there's a third kind of person who almost injures themselves every single time they get on or off the thing. Okay, I'm over in the men's clearance section here, and let's see what we're working with. Okay, I don't see anything so far. There's a pair of Hager pants. We might be able to resell those. Nothing there. What do we got here? A Nike tag. Never seen a Nike tag that looked like that. Okay, so let's see what's down here. There's a pair of, that's a Columbia. Oh, something just jumped right off the rack there. It either wants me to buy it or it wants to die. Get up here. What is this? Oh, it wants me to buy it. It's a pair of Hager pants that are marked down to $9.99. And there's another one right there. Those might be profitable. Okay, so let's look up these Hager pants here. And they're on sale for $9.96, and the suggested retail is $70. So that looks pretty good. So let's give it a scan with the Amazon seller app. Okay, so there's nobody on this listing right now. And the sales rank is 17,000. That's pretty low. So I like what I'm seeing here so far. Okay, so I gave it a scan with Profit Bandit, and there's the sales rank, 17,000. And this pair of pants, it definitely would sell based on the sales rank history chart. It's moving, and you can see there's nobody on this listing right now. So let's take a look at the Keep It chart and see what it's been selling for. Okay, so Amazon was on it for about a week, and then there's just nobody on it. So we should definitely pick these up if they're profitable. So we're getting these for $10. We'll punch in our buy price here. And we could sell these for almost whatever we wanted, maybe $50, $60. We'll put in 50. Ouch, why are the fees so high? Oh man. On some of these pairs of dress pants, the fees are really high, and I'm really not sure why. The fees are like double the price here. So I think I'm actually just gonna pass on these instead. So I'm back upstairs in the women's section, and I've got all my stuff here. I got a whole bunch of t-shirts there, some raincoats, and a couple sweatshirts or whatever. Now we just got to get this stuff up to the register and out of here before the mannequins come to life and try and kill us all. All right, I just left Macy's. I spent $207.45 in there. I didn't add up the exact amount of ROI I thought I was gonna get for you. I mean, just on those t-shirts, I'll probably get back $200 to $300. And then when you add in those raincoats with the other sweatshirts, that's probably another $100 to $150. And even if I have to drop the price down on that stuff, I'm still gonna make a significant amount of money on it. I think I got auto ungated in Colombia because it was all Colombia stuff today. I think I got auto ungated in Colombia at about 3 to 6 months after I started reselling. So if you're a newer reseller, you're not that far away from doing something like this at a Macy's, perhaps. So if you like what I'm doing here, if you like when I go into a store and show you what I'm doing and all the apps I'm looking at and how much money I'm spending, leave a thumbs up, drop a comment down below. That's really all I got for you today. I'm Josh. That's what I did today, and I'll see you next time.